he's had an agency for 6 months to a year, or he's been trying to have an agency for 6 months to a year. He's only got one client. Largest amount of clients he's ever had is 4. His current monthly revenue is 0 to 2,000. Don't know what that means. Is it 0? Is it 2,000? Man, you got to know your numbers. What is the largest monthly revenue he's ever hit? Is about 8,000. That's respectable. I'd like to know what it is that he did to lose all of that.
I just spent the last week with a digital business who has been suffering the same as a lot of you guys, I'm sure, probably are.
When I've had the client, it's $2,000 when I'm not having clients because that client's jumped in and out. It's been really tough.
Why are these guys leaving all the time?
I've been really confused as to why I've not been able to keep the client, to be honest.
Get a taste of this, buy into the concept, and then you show up as the expert. Lay out the journey. XYZ is what we're going to do. Here's what we'll accomplish in month 1. We're going to list build. Month 2, you're going to be probably showing homes. Month 3, you're going to have some closings. And then all of that is going to become cyclical, and you're going to build and build and build momentum as you go. Get them bought into the journey where they see the ROI and they're hands off and don't have to do it, so that they can just show homes, be the expert, go do their zone of genius. That's how you're going to not only get clients, but keep them.
He's been stuck under $500 a month in revenue for over a year and a half, trying everything, listening to all the gurus, paying a lot of people a lot of money and not being able to get anywhere. I spent a week diving through, doing my own research, having a couple of coaching calls with him, and then implementing a roadmap structure for him to take and actually run with so that you can see it too. See exactly how a person with a lot of experience, myself about 15 years, running a multi-7-figure business, building multiples from the ground absolutely up, how I would go in and actually fix somebody who has been stuck that long.
Because it seems like he might have went from 8,000 all the way down to 0.
I found them increasingly difficult to work with due to the fact that you speak to them and you know that a lot of them don't have the revenue there.
Social proof, let's see. In your words, what do you believe is holding you back? Social proof and being a gun at sales. He thinks sales is holding him back, and social proof. Being new to the industry, I feel like I lose out at the last hurdle. Come down to sales. I've been working on this with my current mentor, but it's been a shocking year with lots of money spent and advertising just not seeing an ROI.
You know, so I'm in a similar situation now because I know what it's like. You know, like you speak to them, you're like, and they'll go, "Oh, I've made 2 sales," or even if you take them on, you sign them. I've signed them, and they go, "Okay, yeah, I've made 2 sales this month." You're like, fantastic. You know that they're not going to get that revenue in for 6 to 8 months, and they're like, "I'm going to have to stop," and you're like, "Great."
If we look at his socials right now, right, there's nothing up here that's telling me what you do. There's no pages attached to this. There's no offers attached to this. There's nothing in here. I get family. Okay, cool. But if we're going to be using our social media for business, we got to have stuff on here. With the ads, have you gotten calls booked, any sales at all through this? Or
it was a disaster.
I can install this exact expert lead gen or home buyer generating system. In under 30 days, you will get 3 buyers looking to actually go look at homes. These are going to be pre-qualified by my system, right? Ads like that, a lot better. These are way too generic. A good lead cost, but they're going to be way further up, as in problem, solution, unaware. You're going to have to do a lot of nurturing, and if you don't have any brand email sequences, group to nurture them, it's going to be a really hard sell to take these from cold to sold. So you need to have something so locked in with what you're doing right now. You need to know who it is you're talking to, what it is your offer is, and then go out and run ads to it. You're jumping the ship, right? Like you're doing the classic fail, which is the ads are going to save me, right? I'm not making enough money. I need to go invest money over here. The ads are going to save me. Ads are not for saving anything. Ads are simplifying something that's already working well.
And then to try and get them back, you're starting again.
It's if you're committed to this changing your life, like if you want to run a business instead of a half-assed side hobby that you've been kind of stumbling through so far, then it's 97% of people who ever start a business will never make $1 million in that business. You know, you got one client, you're at $0 to $2,000 a month, and you're saying you're trying multiple offers and you're doing too many things like that. It's not going to work out. Don't ever pick a niche just because somebody else did really good in that niche.
Yeah.
Right. The problem with this is like with the GSD, with what we tell people, right? Results, can they pay high ticket? Can you find them in abundance online? And then the most important thing that everybody seems to not teach elsewhere is, do you even like these assholes? Oh, wait, sorry. I mean, people, right? You got to spend your whole day with these people every single day. If you're not energized to go find more, which you're clearly not from what you're telling me out with these people, then you're going to be a jobber. You're going to be trying to find, how do I get out 9 to 5? I want to be done with this. I don't want to talk to any more of these people. That's not going to motivate you to go get more of them, right? Add in an actual customer language point, right? We don't want to be saying leads and appointments and Facebook ads and SEO and PPC. We want to get to the point. What is my system going to accomplish for you that you can't accomplish elsewhere?
He was doing well, but the problem is then he got to that end of that 2 months and it was like, yeah, I can't afford to carry on.
So it looks like I help property investors do this thing. Cool, but what are you supposed to do? Say something like, if I go and I look at my thing over here, right? You'll see on my page, you got to have something that says DM me to do it, right? This is a big offer on here with a thing to take action on. This is, here's a CTA, here's a link to go to it. Here's some content on here that says exactly what we do. Do you want to see this thing, right? All of this is geared towards my avatar that allows me to do the work. If there's a type of content we teach in the GSD a lot, it's called teach, think content, but then it's document, don't create, based on what Gary Vee was always saying before. But you're trying to teach your audience to think differently about you in this sense. So what you do, who you do it for, and also, by the way, I'm good at it, right? Paid advertising for buyer's agents and new home sales agents and mortgage brokers in Australia. That's too many different things. We need to niche them down to get very hyper-focused because of this. There's lots of holes going on here, but man, I love helping people like you because look, if you're getting results like you say you're getting for these people, it's really just about connecting to the right area at this point and being able to show that to them to be able to get across the line. But one thing that I'm not seeing in here that is probably the only thing that he even needs is, where's the pain points? So he's spent this whole bunch of time explaining exactly who he wants, when in reality, you know, you're at $0 a month right now. You'll take whoever the hell has the money to pay you. If you can help, if it's a buyer's agent that comes to you that they're ready to pay and they're 24 and they're making $50,000 annually, but they can still pay you and you can still help them, are you going to say no to them? No. So that doesn't help you in your marketing at all. What would help you in your marketing, especially when you are a younger person without a brand, without an audience that you can sift through and create more, is the pain point. Literally 9 out of 10 people that come to the GSD who are training to be agencies and are really trying to grow their shit use the same thing. They talk about Facebook ads, SEO, lead generation, all this shit. And one of the first things we have to train into them is, you know, you're talking like everybody else. You're talking like every other new person out there. You want to be positioned as an expert. But a bunch of red flags is like, I'm a lead generation specialist. You know what lead gen sounds like to realtors nowadays? Work. You know how many people have used leads for them? And they're just like, you're going to make me call 99 leads to talk to that one asshole who wants to. Like, you're a lead gen expert. Okay, that means I don't want to talk.
Yeah, it does sound just wanky and shit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Qualified for you. All of the words you're using is shit you would say if you just kind of graduated with a BBA from a college or something. Using words because I learned it all and that's what I want to do. If I go over to the website, capturing leads, closing sales, let us scale your buyer's agent or service business. A chat button over here. Welcome. Do you have a call? Book, or do you have any chat? Book a call. Who we are. We're not just another digital marketing agency. Blah, 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 blah. Good. So last time I talked to him, actually, none of this was really focused on homes. It was a more generic page when I was doing the market research call. So I'm glad to see he has changed it up a little bit to fit buyer's agents, but now we need an offer, right? This is just saying, I'm going to help you scale your buyer agent service. Very generic. What I'm going to help him do is create an actual offer that says, I'm going to get you XYZ result. We're going to sell the hole, not the drill, and we're going to focus that around language they'll understand. I'm going to help you get a very specific, very large result that you understand and get emotional to, so that we can actually sell that in here. We need to shore up who it is you're talking to, where it is you're going, all of that stuff. Because right now you just sound too generic and you don't have an audience. And the answer to my question of where your next customer is going to come from was basically, I have no idea and I'm not doing anything to make that happen. He's charging about $2,500 a month. That's good. Usually when we were doing our real estate marketing agency, we were charging anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 a month, depending on the team, all that kind of stuff. Offer number 2, buyer's agents to get 2 to 3 deals per month. In the next 60 days, he can help you do this, do that, do this. Okay, this is too much information, right? We need to get focused on what it is you're going to do. If you're a business at $0 to $2,000 a month, you do not need a website like this. You need at most a landing page, probably just a messenger script, an ability to go find your prospects and an offer they give a shit about until you get to about 10, 20,000 a month. Then you can invest in some of this other stuff. But if you don't even know your optimal selling strategy, i.e. where are your perfect customers, what is the messaging to use, then you're just putting stuff all over the internet with all of these websites and these videos you're shooting and all this stuff you're trying to accomplish without knowing what your market is actually resonating with. You don't have a business yet. You have an idea, but you have a hell of a fucking skill set.
Cody gave me in such a short space of time. Just that we had, I think it was 2 calls. Initial one where he went through everything with me and I went through how bad I was going with my business. And then we had a longer sort of training deep dive call and gave me really simple outline and something to focus on. And it didn't take me very long to figure out my perfect social channel to push all my outreach onto, which ended up being LinkedIn. And I ended up being able to do about 60 outreach messages every day. And from that, I was having, maybe 5 book calls a week. So I went from basically a monthly revenue of 500 to nothing some months. All the way to $8,000 retainer clients now, and I'm hoping to double that in the next month or so. So just so simple. So he made it so simple, and I'm so grateful because I've had some terrible sales advice in the past, and he just simplified things. And it gave me something to focus on every single day. And the 80-20 rule was huge for me, and I still do that. 80% of my time is still focused on the outreach. I'm really excited to hopefully push that and get more clients in the next coming months. So yeah, if anyone really needs any advice from me, it would be reach out to Cody and the team, because I'm very, very thankful. And I use all of the training that he's given me still today, and I feel a bit blessed really, because I spent a year working with a salesperson that wasn't much of a coach. It was a very outdated way of doing things, and it just didn't work. I wasn't able to resonate with it at all, and this was really, really simple, keeps it very, very straight to the point. And I'm sure the more I work with Cody and Rahul, I'll be getting even better every single month. So very, very thankful, and hopefully I can reach out in a couple of months and say I've doubled that to 16,000 a month, and then keep going from there. So thanks again, Cody, and I hope to keep working with you in the future.
So without further ado, let's dive in over there. This is how I've helped fix a business that's been stuck under $500 a month forever, and helping him build the roadmap he needs to get to those $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 months fast.
Yeah, I instantly took a look at the website, what you said, and said it wasn't specific enough to buyer's agents. So I made some changes. I don't know if you saw that.
We're learning that Ryan here actually has been working in the wrong sub niche. He's been getting really good results, but for the wrong people who aren't able to sustain that budget, aren't able to pay him the money he wants. So now we focus him in on one type of person, and today we're going to craft the offer. We're going to go from there. So we're going from talking to shitty people to talking to the right people, and using your skill set, which you obviously have, which is going to be able to make people money, buyers, agents money, and being able to go and build out that journey-based instead of transactional-based kind of approach. What's stopping you from just going out and having 10 more of those conversations every single day? What's the biggest roadblock right now? Like, you just had a good conversation. You have 10 more.
Yeah, I think it's just me. It's literally just me.
You don't want to sell more of these people because you already think you're going to lose them. Like your statement research call was, I can do this, but they're not going to stay with me. No matter how good of a job you do, no matter how well the expectations are set, they buy in, you do the thing, they have amazing results, and they have to leave you. Maybe they mean to come back, but we all know the way life works is once you're done for a couple of months, you just take that money and you move on to the next thing. So knowing, and I love what you're saying right now, is the confidence in that is good, because what we're going to tell you to do today at the end of this is I'm going to make you make a commitment to 30 days of action that is going to be all about you getting uncomfortable and executing quickly. Because honestly, it's between the most successful agencies I've ever worked with and the ones that might have really good skill but end up falling flat are the ones who execute quickly. I mean, we call our shit get shit done for a reason, right? Execute quickly, but also lean into the uncomfortable place. This is the opening of a sales call. This is the closing of a sales call. Excuse my grade 2 drawing here, right? And your job is to keep it within these boundaries and constantly moving forward. What you're doing on your calls is this. And then you're up in here, and then you're like, you're just trying your best to drag it back into a part where it would even have to do with the close. But by the time where you even were talking about the sale anymore, you were an hour in. Most of the actual sales call that happened, according to my notes right here, was over an hour into the call. You were doing so much rapport. You were coaching them. You were telling them about all this stuff of your opinions of everything else. By the time that you got in, it was an hour in, and the lady asked, I have to pay in advance? You're an hour and 3 minutes into a call, and she's saying, oh, I have to pay for this. Like, that is to that point, and she can't afford your services or doesn't have anything to do. You're wasting an hour of your life on these people, telling them all the different things because you waited until an hour and 3, 4, 5 minutes into the call to even learn that, right? You fucked everything up. Like from what I heard, wasted time. And this is just me being real with you. And I love that you already brought this. You said this yourself, but you wasted an hour of your time and then tried to squeeze the actual sales process into like 2 minutes at the end, and then ended up. What do you think makes you better? Let's talk about that. Like that's a statement. Give me the.
I have core stuff, like core questions and core things I want to stick to. I didn't send it to you to look at, but I do have stuff I stick to now, and I try not deviate from it. It's just give me the here's the questions. I want the answers, and this is what we can do for you. What's your opinion? And I also say to them now, look, I don't want to waste your time, and I'm sure you don't want to waste my time on these calls. I want you to be 100% in or 100% out. I just need you to know by the end of this call.
One of my questions for anybody is, hey, this is what we do. Here's my scary offer. I help, so I know you're on this call because, we help buyers agents actually get 10 to 20 additional buyers to show houses to every month. And we have also this whole process involved. Is this something you're already committed to investing in? Is this something you've already made a decision about investing in? Or is it something you're just kicking the tires on? And that gets you to now pre-frame a whole bunch of the rest of the conversation about, okay, cool, you are going to invest in it, but you don't know who I am. So obviously we've got to figure that part out. We begin that presentation. But the entire purpose of a sales call, if you keep it within that straight line, is to ask a few short questions to determine what it is they're even on the call for. Everybody knows what a sales call is. They're there to either find something out or buy something. So figure out what is the one singular pain thing that they are trying to get. Do they need more deals? Are they tired of shitty leads? Do they hate other marketing agencies but know they need video? They whatever it is.
That's a good starting point.
But you're making assumptions and you're selling them a bunch of stuff they don't want. And the old adage is you got to sell people what they want and then give them the rest of what they need later on. But you're just trying to present the whole product, every feature you could possibly have, when they only give a shit probably about one or two things. That's where the emotion for the buy is going to come from.
Okay, so you're a buyer's agent. It's nice to meet you. I'm Ryan. I run a lead generation marketing agency specifically for buyer's agents looking to find at least 20 to 30 motivated buyers a month. And we can get those qualified through to you so you don't have to worry about any of those sales, any of those poor leads coming through. So, yeah.
All right, now let's refine this a little bit more. What's the biggest pain for a buyer's agent right now? Two things in my opinion, and then I want your opinion. One, they obviously always need more deals. But two, they think of leads, like we talked about the other day, as nothing work. They don't want to talk to leads. They just want to show more homes. So those are my.
Do you think leave the leads part out of when I'm talking to?
Yeah, I don't even want to say the word. The word leads to me for the niche is cancer. Leave them. Well, I would say what you just told me is I'm going to actually get you 20. I help buyers agents get 20 pre-qualified buyer conversations on the phone every 30 days guaranteed, and my system talks to your entire database so that you never have to actually talk to anybody who isn't ready to look at homes. That's what I would say. I don't want to call 500 people a day, do 300. That's not what I want to do. I want to go show homes. You say my system actually does all that for you, whether it's, you can say AI powered, if you're using an AI setter, like we teach you guys to be able to do, you can say ISA, real humans, or just GHL, whatever. But you say you're going to do all that for you. You only got to talk to them when they're ready to look at homes. You don't need them to record you a video for you to have social proof. You just need to have a history of proven success. Right now, you have you can point to, stories you can tell, and eventually you'll have actual testimonial videos because these next ones will give them to you. But right now you have success. You've done the thing. You just need to have the offer in the first place to go out and make that happen.
The way you're saying everything and the way you explained that, real quickly, it's just, I need it like pre-programmed in my head. Like I know I do. I need this pre-programmed in my head. This is it. And it's like, if I was if you're in a dinner party, it's like, explain to me simply, what do you do? I don't know you. Who are you? What do you do? And it's just get it out there. And I stumble it. I try and over-explain everything. And that's the one thing I think on my phone calls I do. I try and over-explain everything I do because I think that will make them understand me better and make me sound more important. And what it does is,
if I go and sell to a contractor and I'm talking to this blue-collar guy about Facebook ads, SEO, PPC, AI, they don't give a shit. They've done listening to me the whole time. But if I tell them I can get them jobs, quotes, and deals while actually getting them to work less, obviously they're going to be like, okay, they're going to perk up. And that's what selling not the drill really means. And I've invested a lot, hundreds of thousands, if not millions at this point into mentors and other shit for myself too. I can now spot the difference between an actual expert and a noob who learned something. The noob doesn't know what the fuck they're really doing or have the insight to do anything once it all breaks is the one that tries to sound smart, who explains every little part of it, tries to tell you this is the way, everything else is broken, blah, blah, blah. The mentor lives by the Einstein principle. If you know it well enough, you can explain it simply. And also, you can have the authority or the presence of mind to sit there and look a person in the face and say no to them. A newer marketing agent, like, yes, I'll do this. Okay, yes, I'll do this. I'll get off my strategy. A expert already knows exactly what's going to work to get them deals. And they tell them that you can either do this because you hired me to be the expert, or we can just go our different ways because if I do what you're going to do, it's going to make me look bad because it's not going to work. On your sales process, when the lady started trying to negotiate with you, you immediately jumped to free trial. You were like, I'm going to give you a 2-week free trial. And if after 2 weeks, you're not amazingly happy, we can go our separate ways. I know because I've worked in the real estate niche for a long, long time. There's nothing good that's going to happen in 2 weeks. I know for a fact that's what's going to happen is you're going to sell her on a thing. She might be super happy. You're going to turn on the ad. She's going to get really happy for a few days. 2 weeks in, she's just going to be calling 50 people. Probably none of them are going to be showing homes yet. And she's going to get pissed and she's going to be like, yeah, these are the same shitty leads I've had 100 other times from 100 other people. We're going to cancel now because she's not bought into a journey. She's just kind of dipping her toes into the water and making that happen. In life, you've got two resources. You got time and you got money. Right now, we need more money. Don't got money. You got more time than you got money in order to achieve your goals right now. Okay. So what that means is we have to learn how to invest both in order to eventually scale your company. So for right now in phase one, we got to actually find our optimal selling strategy. Right now, you don't know where that is. You don't yet understand where is my people, what message works to get them across the line. What do I got to do to create this? We've worked heavily on that in the last couple of calls. Who the hell am I talking to? What do I say to them to get them to buy? And how do I keep them after them? Right. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take those concepts and I want you to go invest your time into multiple organic marketing avenues and find your optimal selling strategy. What that means through our shit is going through Facebook outreach, doing content, LinkedIn automation, cold email, Instagram, all the things you just said, but every single day. I'm going to build you a roadmap in a second. I'm going to make you commit to it, but I want you to have all of this every single day. How does that sound so far?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then eventually in phase three, we now get to scale because we've made some money in phase 1 and 2. We've learned messaging. We've learned offers. Now we can throw fuel on that fire and grow that thing to a huge amount. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
All right. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to go and you're going to build out hunting grounds. We do this inside the GSD. You're going to create a spreadsheet and you're going to go and say, okay, well, I'm looking to work with real estate agents. And you're going to go here and you're going to go to the groups first. And you're going to join as many of these groups as you can. And you're going to copy the links to the groups and the names of the groups and how many members over to a spreadsheet. Then you're going to come back over here. You're going to click on people. And you're going to say, okay, are these real estate agents? They are. You're going to copy this link and this search term and put that on the spreadsheet. Then you're going to do a bunch of different searches. You're going to say, okay, well, let's go look at brokers, right? These are real estate brokers. These are real estate or realtors, whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go, right? And just create as many of these lists. What are we doing here? Well, we're saying, okay, if I want to send a certain amount of messages every single day to people, now I've got It's as if Mark Zuckerberg spent billions of dollars in 20 years doing nothing but building me the perfect database of all my clients because he's giving me an easy search bar to go find real estate agents. He's built a bunch of groups that say, go find real estate agents, right? Then I go to LinkedIn and I do the same thing. I say, okay, I want to talk to realtors now. Cool. Well, we're going to do two things over here. We're going to say, here's the people. Cool. There's a bunch of people. These are all realtors. Cool. I'm going to do automation, or I'm going to do reach out on here as well. And then finally, the other amazing thing is you're going to get a tool called Snove.io or something like this, and it's going to scrape this for their emails and phone numbers. Because what are you going to do next? You're going to cold email them. And yet we're going to do that other dreadful thing, cold calling them. Because what we need to do right now is get your ass up off the floor, because it seems like you were getting somewhere and you were working with the wrong people and you're about to bottom out. And if we do that, that means we failed. So we need a commitment to doing what? Lean in to the uncomfortable place. You are going to do it every day. Can you commit to doing this for 30 straight days?
Yes, I can. Yeah, not a problem.
I'm going to do this stuff because you're committing to me. But if I at any point find out that, and I'm going to help you a little bit in Messenger Shoot for the first 30 days because I want to make sure this is going. If at any point, though, you're not doing this and you're done and you're not committing to the shit that I know you need to do, I'm going to cut you off, and that's going to be the end of it. I think that's because that's what we're point of this right now is to get uncomfortable, lean into that shit, and actually get shit done. Is that fair for you?
Yeah, there's multiple reasons why this hasn't been working. It's my confidence. It's to do with the sales. It's to do with the audience who I'm targeting. There's so many things, and they should have changed a long time ago. And because I kept it going, I just started bottoming out. And it was the wrong audience, and it should have changed a long time ago. And then you lose all confidence. You lose all, all sort of trust in what you're saying. And like you're saying, it's like, why am I talking to these people? I know they're not, even if they do something, they're not going to hang around. They don't have the money. And it's just, so now better focus with better clients. And I feel like if I can get it across the line in 30 days, I'm sure I can just fly with it. I know I can. I knew them before, but it's having the accountability for them. And I do sort of have the accountability with the other mentors as well, but it's not enough. Like, and I feel like I've lost confidence in myself. And I feel like having this, 30-day roadmap plan, it's like, bang. Okay. And it's very simple to say, oh, just go do it. But I think having the accountability there is going to be huge. And I know I can do it. I've got the time. It's not like I'm busy. So, it's not like I'm sat there. A
lot of people could do a lot of fucking things. It's the people who are willing to get uncomfortable and actually do it, though. That's going to make the difference. This is a small degree turn with a fuck ton of focus. Put your blinders on so there's no more shiny object syndrome. I don't know who you hired to run your ads, but you were not ready for ads. Those ads were not very. They were okay, and they were kind of well designed, and the copy was all right, but there was no offer. It was vague, and you didn't have a product or a situation that was ready for paid traffic. So like that's just the object shit that you're allowing somebody to sell you into. Sometimes people think ads, I don't want to really have to send and cold call and do all this shit. Ads will save me. Ads can't save shit if you don't have a proven offer in a market yet.
Ads aren't saving me, and they didn't save me. They just put me in a massive hole of like shit. This is money that I'm spending, thousands of dollars I'm spending over the last couple of years. And, and it's happened. And, if I hadn't have I should have pulled the plug a lot sooner with obviously the ads and stuff, but we are where we are. And
there's nothing we can do about the past. You've done the right thing now in the commitment, but now you got to back all this commitment up with actual action and getting shit done. For
the first time in a while, I'm motivated, and since our, chat the other day with me getting that girl on the phone, getting that girl on the messenger, I didn't know where I was going with her. And then I was motivated to just tell her simple shit. This is what the simple shit that we can do for you. And she's like, okay, cool. This is for me. This sounds like this is definitely going to be for me. Whether I get her across the line is, she still hasn't come back to me with a yes yet. I want to get her on the phone. She was busy yesterday, but yeah, I feel motivated. It's, I feel like I'm on the right path now, and I'm not, just guessing every single day. It's going to be good. I'm definitely going to be in a better position than I am now. That's for sure. That's for sure. And I hope to have at least a couple of clients. And if I'm not, if I'm not where I want to be with client wise, I know I'm going to be better as a salesperson. I'm going to be better as a business person. That's the way I look at it anyway. I'm only going to be better.
I love that shit. Now your job is to go and find at least a dozen more of those good conversations you're already having so that we can make some money and do this shit. So good, dude. Good.
Cool.